Educators have come across many difficulties when attempting to change their curricula and teaching practices to conform to the state standards.
I think we're too large a nation and too diverse to really be able to codify education completely. Some of it is regional, some of it is cultural, some of it is tied to the time in history that we're at right now. It's very, I think that's very difficult to have a nationwide expectation.
You know, they say all of these frameworks you can do in a project-based way, but you wouldn't have time. You wouldn't literally have time to do them all. Like, yes, in a project-based unit, you can make sure it's connected to the frameworks, but if you're going to teach it well, it's very difficult to see that you would actually be able to get to everything that's in here. So that's a great challenge. It's not necessarily more rigorous. It's not that I would be asking the kids to do something more rigorous in science and social studies, but it would be more challenging for me to try to get them to understand everything that's in there.
Right.
You know, we just did, I put this up because we just finished an electric circuits unit, and yeah, there's some things in the science frameworks about electric circuits, and you want your kids to be able to do this, but this was a unit, a science unit that lasted 4 weeks, you know, and the kids did a lot of stuff, and in the end they built a flashlight. You know, am I going to get to everything in science and social studies? What would be, if I was going to do that, would we do this for 2 weeks? Would we do it for 1 week? Would we do it for a day? You know, at the same time, we made a decision this year. Our 4th graders are doing a photography unit with another teacher, and they missed this. And we're like, uh-oh, well, let's at least take and make sure we show our 4th graders what that looks like, because it could be on the 5th grade. You know, you sort of always have in the back of your mind, like, okay, we're doing fractions right now. We're starting to splinter our knowledge about fractions, but I don't want to leave out the fractions of a set model, because that might be, you know what I mean? It's like you sort of want to touch on all these things because you don't want to miss the one that's going to be there on the test.
So that means, again, to return to history, looking at this body of 30 topics and attempting to teach in an effective way as many as I can without boring kids and without rushing through material. I think in the past I taught more stuff, less stuff, but at more depth. So I spent more time on each topic. So I may have only taught 10 or 15 history topics out of those 30. And I think kids probably understood it better and held on to it more.
They put out this very elaborate system of frameworks, and we've been working through one curriculum focus after another, year after year after year. By the time we get through them all, they have changed them. You know, so now we're reworking our English arts curriculum, or we're reworking our math curriculum because the frameworks have been changed again. And of course the MCAS are based on the frameworks. So there's this constant, I feel like it's a paper castle that we build for the state.